Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Time of Possession, the podcast that went 3-0 on the week. Boys, it was a hell of a week one of football. But
Oh
obviously,
yeah,
I feel like one of our games kind of, you know, will
stood
be
out.
highlighted. Well, it'll be highlighted above the rest. Jared?
Boys,
Okay.
I'm so glad football's back. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. You
And then he's
know,
got a country accent. What is this?
hey, football, America's sport is back, ladies and gentlemen. What a hell of a week one. It was top 10 week ones of all time. I can't remember a week one this good, especially Friday night, where the GOAT, the best QB in the league,
Gonna have to edit the audio on that one.
Oh, that was perfect, dude. Holy. Oh, my
finally,
ears.
after Nick Wright on First Things First said that there was a 0% chance of him outplaying Mahomes. Look what happened. Yeah. Quentin Johnston might be the best receiver in football.
Okay,
I even laughed saying that. I'm just gonna say
yeah,
that. But
no,
he had
we're
a
not doing that
good
yet.
had a good week
He
one.
did.
He
No,
did.
it was nice to see
Good.
QJ actually like produce like that.
Yes. Yeah. If you couldn't tell, I was very over the moon.
We'll start there, Jared. We'll start with Chiefs Chargers, then go back to Cowboys Eagles for you, my friend. Just tell us your thoughts on you finally defeating the Devil Magic.
Yeah. So obviously gonna start out. I had tacos pregame, homemade tacos pregame. So getting myself ready.
White people taco night.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably didn't put no type of anything on it.
I put avocado on it. So
There you go. Okay.
Anyway.
Any spices or anything? But like.
Great, dude.
A little, like pepper.
Okay. Nice.
We don't have too much. We don't have too much like exotic spices, unfortunately.
Nah, it's okay. I get you.
But anyway,
on for the food.
Anyway, game starts, and we go up 10-0. We've gone up 10-0 on the Chiefs before, but you know what? I'll take a 10-0 lead on Kansas City any day. I'm like, okay. I was surprised we were throwing it as much as we did, considering we drafted Myron Hampton and then we signed Najee Harris, and I get Najee Harris is coming off the eye injury, whatnot. So he didn't get as many reps as I liked, but I guess that's easing him in, But, man, dude, the way Justin was slinging that football, and yeah, a lot of guys stepped up. Like, he was just spreading it around. It wasn't just to one guy all game. Like, the Texans game, he was just trying to force it to Ladd all game and whatnot. Or just felt like most of last season he was just trying to force it to Ladd because he was the only reliable
Keenan
option.
looking like vintage Keenan.
Dude, on third down, you're going to have to cover both. And if you do...
And QJ.
If QJ can catch, third option. And we also drafted Trey Harris, who had a nice catch for like 11 yards, and didn't get to see Lambert Smith get a catch, unfortunately. But I think he'll step up in the Raiders game this next Monday. But anyway, only things I kind of, before I get to the end of the game, two issues I had with this Chargers win. The big chunk plays, man. Like, especially towards the end of the game, like the Kelsey touchdown. Like, come on. You can't leave that man uncovered. Even if he is slow and old, he's still going to score if he's wide open. Come on. And then the Marquise Brown, like, last-minute heave of, like, hope. Like, dude. I need the secondary to stop being pedestrian and just let the linebackers and the D linemen get... Because Mac had him. He was not getting out of that. I just need y'all to cover Marquise Brown down the field. And then we're good. It could have been an INT or just an incomplete pass. But anyway, we won the games. And just the fourth quarter is what I'll get to. Obviously, when they ran the fireman drill out in the second half and they made that field goal before halftime to make it 10-6, I was like...
That was crazy.
Or I think it was maybe 13-6 at the time. I was like, you can't be serious, dude. Like, that's a momentum shifter right there because they went out and did that. And, of course, we go 3 and out to start the second half, yada, yada. Dude, like, And then we went down. Thankfully, God answered my prayer with a missed extra point from Harrison Butker. I'll just say that. Hey, thanks. They didn't get to tie the game. We go down and score to answer back, and I was like, okay, we're up 8. We're up 8. And then they go down and score again, and I'm like, but then when they go for 2, Tier Tart, after freshly warming up his hand with a slap to Mr. Swift, started smacking balls around. He used Kelsey as just a warm-up thing to hit his hand.
3 times.
3 times, dude. I was kind of annoyed with Rich Eisen when he was calling that 2-point play because he just went, and that's a successful 2-point try. And I'm like, Rich, the ball's on the ground. So I was like, buddy,
That's pretty bad.
Are you reading a script, Rich? Are you reading a script right now? But yeah, then we get to the end. It's 20 to 13 still, or something like that, or it's 20 to 18. And I'm like, we have like, I forget how many minutes left, but like, I'm like, I just don't want a field goal because then it's still 1 score and although it needs a touchdown. And every time we settle for a field goal or we end up punting it back, they use up all the clock going down the field and get like a last second like touchdown or field goal to win the game. We went down and actually scored to go up 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. And I was like running through the house like, oh my God, we might actually win this game. And then of course, the Marquise Brown heave of hope happens, and when they scored, I went, we just need a couple first downs, please. And dude, Justin rolling out and
3rd and 14. Yep.
A Mahomes-esque scramble that he usually does to win games did it to the Chiefs. Tasted their own medicine, and the slide just... That was the NFL Twitter header page for like I think a day or 2, but I was just like, I fell to my knees, bro. Ryan, you called me right after. It felt good. It was a great start to the season. And, what cherry on top was the Chiefs' defensive guys yelling at each other on missed assignments. I was like, yes. Oh, it was great. It was great going to bed that night. I slept like a baby.
Yeah, I mean, you covered pretty much all of it, man. I think where the game kind of got away from City was when Kelsey and Worthy, collided on the crossing routes, and then Worthy's out. I think he's supposedly day to day. He's supposedly day to day. He might play this week. I doubt it. It's really early in the year, but I honestly, they probably do need him against Philadelphia. There in Philadelphia is now, if I'm not mistaken, like home. No, the Chiefs are home dogs now, dude. Like the Chiefs are never home underdogs. Philadelphia is favored by 1.5. So
wow,
that's surprising. I thought Keenan Allen, after kind of a down year in Chicago, was huge. Obviously, last is going to be great. We know that. And then Quentin Johnston learning how to catch the ball. He must have hit the jugs machine this offseason or something finally. But
that first touchdown
and then
catch
the other thing,
over the shoulder, I think his best catch of the night.
Yeah.
That was his best catch of the night, in my
opinion.
It
might be of his career, bro.
I was going to say of his career, yeah.
Yeah, because we haven't seen him catch something like that.
Yeah.
Ever. I don't know if he did that in college.
He dropped balls in preseason, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Like that's the thing. I need to stop seeing QJ be the go man. I can't, dude. Like he needs to just catch it in front of him, take off. Like I think his first catch of the game, he just went down the sideline for like 30 yards, and I'm like, that's what you do with QJ. Short pass, let him run. I mean, I think
the most concerning thing for Kansas City was that usually Mahomes only does his scrambling running in big games like playoff games, the Super Bowl, and he had to resort to that in week 1 against the Chargers.
Oh, the levitating.
With no Xavier Worthy or Rashid Rice, this offense has like no juice. And obviously Mahomes is good enough to keep them in games. So like they're going to score 21 like they did on you guys, and they're going to be right in the game. And sometimes the coverage breakdowns are going to happen because, it's Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. But I mean, I think you can make a real case. This was Justin Herbert's, magnum opus of his career so far. I think this was the best game he played start to finish in a big spot, at least.
Yeah.
Like he's put up big numbers before, but in a big spot that really matters, divisional, overseas against the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, he absolutely looked like an elite quarterback. And the people that were saying that he never was, have not been, or moved out of that conversation are idiotic. So
I do want to give a shout
He
out.
finally got over the hump.
I want to give a shout out to Danny Parkins on First Things First for being the only man to step up to Nick Wright's biased cogent analysis that he calls.
Yeah.
Shout out to that man. There was a graphic he had, and it was like only like AFC QBs against divisional opponents in like week 1 with 300 plus passing yards are Justin in this game, and then Peyton Manning, I think back in like 2008 or something like that.
Yeah, well, he calls him Peyton Manning 2.0. So
yeah, just with like 55 less interceptions by this point in their career.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Peyton's rookie season was rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
One thing I will say
I
is
think
if
that
I'm like, I'll say about the Chiefs this time. 6 of KC's 10 penalties, I wrote this in on our little notes here, were on their offensive tackles. False starts on Juwan Taylor, what's new? And then, Simmons had a couple, but he's a rookie, so I'll give him a pass. And it's also week 1, but like Juwan Taylor got to stop jumping up like early, bro, because I think it was Kelsey who was yelling at him on the sideline, or at least in the huddle, like, you need to stop because you're screwing us. And then just their pass defense, like, this was honestly a game, dude, where like Chris Jones was like held in check. Like
their pass defense was really good.
Like, especially like Trey Pipkins, I was like, he was holding George Karlaftis in check. I was like, all right.
It showed.
I was all right. And then
I was also impressed. I was really impressed with the Chargers offensive line, considering the Rashawn Slater injury, and he's out for the year. And we'll see if, more like, against elite pass rushers, if that shows up. We'll talk about some teams I thought that had, looked really good defensively, but for now, you need to enjoy this.
Oh yeah.
Because who knows when it's going to happen again. But I think next time, where's the second game at? Because were you guys
Vegas.
Technically the home team?
They were home.
We're going to Vegas next. We're going to Vegas.
No, I meant the next time you play Kansas City.
No, play Kansas City there, I
it's,
assume.
it's late, yeah.
Because you guys were technically the home team, so
yeah,
you're going to go to Kansas City. Yeah,
I can pull up the schedule here. One last thing I'll say, this is about Amarian Hampton. I thought he had a decent game. It's just the one mistake he made was running out of bounds towards the end of the first half. I do like how at the end of that, Marshawn Lynch, who was there on the sideline taking photographs, kind of walked
telling
up,
him,
giving him some advice, and then I also want to give a shout out to Mekhi Becton. He had like a stomach ailment, like I think the day of or the day before the game, and he was playing through it like as much as he could, and he was holding his own, dude. And I'm like, you know what, shout out, glad he didn't have to miss the game. Like I'm just props, dude. Like you were
Brazilian food.
Yeah, so I was like, they're trying to poison him. The Chiefs' devil magic's trying to poison my new offensive lineman.
Gotta be careful when they're out there. Yeah.
To answer your question, we play the Chiefs in KC, December 14th. It is a morning game. It's a morning game at 10 a.m. Pacific time, but I would not be surprised if it gets flexed. Would not be surprised. I think that's week 14.
100%.
Either 15 or 14 we play them.
That'll be a big game at that point, probably.
Yeah, what sucks is that we have the Eagles at home before that, so we're going to go against both. It's like not going to be fun. But,
Damn.
1-0. 1-0.
Yeah, man. Also, Kansas City with the chance to start 0-2, if they cannot beat Philadelphia, which is honestly a must-win.
I don't see it happening at this point.
If AJ Brown did
Yeah.
nothing week 1, then he
Um,
might do something week 2 against that pass defense because it was bad.
I thought Xavier Worthy going down was gonna ruin my fantasy week. Thankfully, Josh Allen and Derrick Henry pulled it out. But yeah, when I saw he was done, I was like, well, this is a great start.
All right. Well, do we want to move to the Thursday night game that happened?
yeah, let's move backwards. We're gonna go to Thursday night, and then we'll talk about the rest of the games in order.
Beep, beep,
You know,
beep.
we'll only spend time on really the ones that had huge implications for us. Let's talk about Cowboys Eagles. Obviously, Philadelphia 24-20. Game opened. Jalen Carter gets ejected for spitting. Dak spit in his direction towards him, and then Jalen Carter, they were talking crap, and Carter decides to walk up and spit on the highest paid player in the NFL, wearing the star on his helmet. That's going to go real well for you. Stupid decision. I thought it was idiotic.
And he spit
But
right
I'm not
in like the opening of like where it
that's
can
the
go
most
through. It was nasty.
disgusting.
I like how
Oh my
Dak
God.
also looked at the official when he came up, like, get a load of this guy.
He smirked.
Like, can you believe this guy?
Yeah,
Man?
he's like, really, this guy? He smirked at him though, like before he did it. I don't like.
Yeah, he was
You
like,
guys saw that probably, right?
he
You
was
know,
like,
he did like kind of make it happen in a way. Like he started it, sort of. Feel like.
yeah. Well,
I mean, I thought Jalen Hurts played great in this one. I thought that, I was really impressed by the Cowboys offensively. I thought Dak Prescott, despite, the numbers weren't crazy, but I thought he was, dicing these guys up, man. Like, I really thought that Dak played a great game. And
He did.
it kind of made me reevaluate, what I think about the Cowboys this year. Yeah, I really did think that they were improved against the run. Like Saquon didn't have a crazy game, and maybe
Yeah,
you could just chalk it up to, week one
week
weirdness
one.
because that happens every single year, right? But I came away from this pretty impressed with Dallas, and I honestly like
Me too.
I wasn't that impressed with anybody on the Eagles outside of Jalen Hurts. Weirdly enough, everyone's calling him a passenger, the bus rider, whatever you want to call it, but he played, I thought, great. Like he was doing everything for his team. So, and
Hmm.
honestly, you could tell after winning a Super Bowl, he kind of has a different mentality.
He
He
does.
has a lot more confidence, shown a little bit more emotion. Obviously, he's always been known for being like the stoic, I'm not going to show any emotion guy, but I mean, I it was a great game also. Like for the opener, if this and honestly, I'll say this right now, there being 3 weather delays in week 1 is enough of an argument for me. We don't need to play football in the elements anymore. Every single team needs to play in a dome.
Dome. Yep.
Best way, it'll be the purest form of football. I don't care.
Yep. It ruined
Snow
that game. The game
snow games are
completely
stupid.
changed
Rain
after
games are
that.
stupid. I
yeah,
don't care.
because they're every
Right?
Snow games,
Don't you
mud
think the
games,
game
rain games.
completely changed? Don't you think it completely changed after that? Like it got slow. There
Yeah,
was no
I thought
scoring. It was
yeah,
boring.
every
we
possession
were heading for an all-timer, man.
was a
Hmm.
scoring drive until the lightning delay, and I went, well,
Yeah, that was heading. That was heading for. I mean, the Bills, Ravens, and like Rams, Chiefs back way back. Stuff like that.
Mhm.
and that was with like Jahad Dotson
Yeah, man.
being like the leading receiver on the Eagles.
Kind of crazy. AJ Brown not involved whatsoever. Pretty crazy.
I think he'll be more
Devontae
involved
only
this
had
next
like
week.
3 for 37 or something.
Yeah, not a good day for fantasy owners like me, who has both in separate leagues.
Damn.
I'm 0-3
Yeah,
by the way,
man, it
boys.
was,
0-3 in all 3.
Hey, but the Chargers are 1-0. That's all that matters.
I
all that
will
matters.
trade a Chargers win against the Chiefs for 3 losses
Yeah.
in my fantasy league any day.
There you go.
I
You
mean,
said, Brian, I believe exactly what you said. I think Dak looked really good. Even when CD dropped balls we wouldn't expect him to drop, they were right there. They were absolute darts,
Yeah,
absolute
That
picks.
first one he should have caught. That first one's inexcusable.
Yeah.
Second one, I get he had to dive for it.
enough has been said about the CD drops at this point that everybody in the media has said. He dropped balls. He's kind of always, I don't know if he's always had that issue, but he does go into these little spurts every now and then where
He
just
does, yeah. He'll
does
get
pop out.
inconsistent out of nowhere.
I did want to highlight before we move on to the next game, Javonte Williams, who
I do want to
I
ask.
thought, despite not having, he didn't have huge numbers or anything, but
They have an answer
um,
in the backfield, though, possibly. I
I
mean, we'll
really liked
see.
what I saw from Javonte, and it warms my heart because obviously I'm a Javonte guy, and he was my running back before his knee shattered. So, yeah, man. I mean,
It was nice to
obviously,
see.
Jalen Carter getting ejected obviously helped that out too. So,
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
That's what I did want to ask. I had it written down in notes here. Is it more Eagles defense being rusty or the Cowboys offense being better than expected?
I think
um,
Cowboys offense being better than expected, honestly. I think Rye would probably say that too.
Because the Eagles did lose
I
two
think
guys in the secondary. They lost
It's a little bit of
Slay.
both, though.
They lost Slay and C.J. Gardner Johnson in the secondary.
Yeah,
So
it's a little bit of both for sure.
I I think Dallas's offense was always going to be good. I never thought that was in question. But obviously the big question was Dallas defensively, which I thought they did okay. You know, for the most part, they did fine. The Eagles didn't have their best game offensively. And also, I do have questions about that Eagles second overall. So, like you said, a combination of the two. We'll learn more as the season goes on.
Which we
I'll
knew
probably
coming
say,
in.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to overreact to week one, but it's really
Right.
hard not to
yeah,
when you see
Yeah.
stuff. And I'll go ahead. We'll go ahead and move on to Dolphins Colts. It's
Oh
really
Lord.
hard not to
Nah, we
overreact,
could
and
overreact.
I'll
we don't have to
overreact.
spend
I'm a hell
He's
of
trash.
overreacting.
we don't have to spend that much time on this game, but go ahead. Yeah.
Please
I've
no.
backstory. 2 years ago, Tyler, I think you arrived a little bit later in the day, but I was there right when the game started at Ryan's house, and his brother and I are Chargers fans. We had to go through the shootout that was Tua and Herbert, and of course, we had to hear that whole season Tua is better than Herbert, especially last year as well. The agenda dies today. The
Yeah, it
agenda
died.
is dead.
It's over.
It died. It's kind of died in the
It's
last 2 years, to be honest. I feel like.
I did
But definitely now.
I did see I don't know if it was during the halftime show or it was God, it was on First Things First. They said Tyreek is going to be this year's Devontae Adams as disgruntled wide receiver who wants to get traded at the deadline.
yeah.
I could see
I
it.
mean,
I could see it.
honestly,
I mean, he already asked
like,
for it last year, like we talked about
Yeah.
before. So
yeah. I saw Adam Schefter go report that he does not think that I mean, I don't think the Dolphins are going to trade him yet, but like by the trade deadline, this team is going to be like 1-6 or something like that. They're not going to be competitive. Um, Obviously, we can poo-poo the Dolphins all night long, right? They're going to trade Tyreek Hill, but I was really impressed with the Indianapolis Colts. Obviously,
Daniel
this is against
Jones.
a pretty. I think it's a very bad opponent. Let's just keep it
Oh yeah.
100, right? But he had a great game, and I think that I really just want to highlight the Colts' weapons offensively. And honestly, I came away feeling like they could win this division. They could win the AFC South.
They
Yeah.
could.
Uh,
No,
because
100%. If they stay healthy.
yeah. I don't
Yep.
know if the Texans' offensive line is going to be good enough to keep CJ upright all season. The Jaguars, I mean, they beat Carolina, who we'll talk about them soon. I think I'm after 1 week of football, I don't want to overreact, but
Yeah.
like Carolina looked like a mess again, and I had
Yeah.
them going to the playoffs. So,
Yeah,
there's
that
my first
was
miss of the season, I think. Unless something drastically changes week 2 and they look incredible, but it just
Which
you
it
know.
could, because Bryce Young did go through this last year where he started off horrible. He got hurt, came back later in the season, and all of a sudden was Bryce Young back from college again. And everyone was like, oh, they're going to be good coming into this year. So you never know. Possibly
Yeah.
could bounce back. We'll see.
I don't know,
But
man.
yeah,
I think that you can only have so much time as a quarterback, and about halfway through your second year, you kind of know what the guy is. Um, I mean, he's got all the weapons now, so he should, do something. It's not like the Jaguars' defense is like some elite, crazy defense,
no.
But we'll stay on Dolphins, Colts. We'll get to the Jags a little bit later. Um, yeah, man, the Colts 400 yards of offense, 150 yards rushing, over 50% third down. and no turnovers on the day from a Daniel Jones led offense. Like,
That was
you look at this guy.
probably his best
Yeah.
offensive line he's had like at all.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I mean, Quentin Nelson is better than any player he's ever probably played with on the Giants.
Well, other than
Like
Saquon, other than
straight up.
Saquon.
Yeah, but Saquon wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, he was
If-
good, but
if
like
we're
he wasn't what
talking-
he is with
yeah,
the
true,
Eagles'
true.
offensive line. I don't know. I get where you're coming from.
In terms
I
of
think a
offensive
full
linemen.
rebuild's coming for the Dolphins. Yeah, I think a full rebuild's coming for the Dolphins, and I think the Colts with a combination of Michael Pittman and Josh Downs and Alec Pierce and Tyler Warren looked good and Jonathan Taylor. Like, I don't think they're like winning a Super Bowl or anything, but this is a good enough roster to be very competitive. And as a Broncos fan who was not excited with our Week 1 win and what we looked like, I'm not looking forward to going to Indianapolis and playing this team.
Oh, are you next?
So,
Are they next?
yeah, we have the Colts next up. So I think
Ooh.
it's definitely a trap game for the Broncos if the Colts can continue to keep it rolling like this. But we'll talk about the Broncos soon. Obviously, not yet.
I will ask before we move on to the next game. You said full rebuild for the Dolphins. I mean,
100%.
even though he got that big freaking contract, is there any possible way they move off of Tua other than releasing him and just eating the dead money? Or do you think they just keep him?
No, I mean, I think that
Probably ride it out for now.
I think that
'Cause I
Mike
think he's
McDaniels is
one
probably going to be
concussion
the first
away.
coach to be fired.
I was gonna say I think Mike McDaniel needs to be fired. Depending if this keeps going the way it's going. Yeah.
He's the odds-on favorite right now to be the first coach fired at plus 200. Might as well make a little cash that way. It's like him and Dayball, and I don't think Dayball's going to get fired in season. It's just not how the Giants do things with the Mora family. So I would easily. And then, like, honestly, if I look at teams around the league, I think that there could be some rebuilding teams that can convince themselves, oh, Tua is he led the league in passing or whatever and completion percentage 1 year. I'm sure that a team might take a flyer on Tua with a late round pick. I don't think that they have to release him. I don't know who that team would be, but like
There may potentially be a couple trades happening with Miami later this season. We'll see.
Either in the
Could
trade
be.
deadline or after this season. Like, who knows if they want to move off of Waddle as well and get some picks, because they can probably get some good picks for Waddle.
Man, talk about Minka. He's got to be hating life. Jalen over there makes a game-winning play for them. He's over here stuck on Miami now.
Again, stuck on Miami again.
That was, Tyler, that is a perfect transition. Let's talk Steelers Jets.
Oh yeah, the greatest
Aaron
game.
Rodgers. The greatest
awesome
game of Week 1 was a great shootout, just like we all thought it was going to be.
We cannot say that was the greatest game, though. Hold on.
I say in honor of Urinating Tree. Urinating Tree does these videos, so on this season,
I was like,
why is this still a thing?
Oh, the Steelers.
I thought this was
not a thing anymore.
Rodgers turning back the clock, 22 for 30, 244, 4 touchdowns. Justin Fields, 266 total yards, 3 total touchdowns. Breece Hall, over 107 rushing yards. Garrett Wilson, 95 yards and a touchdown. I mean, the Chris Boswell game winner.
What I
There's
say about
so
Chris
much
Boswell,
to talk
man?
about in this game.
Jalen Ramsey, like I said, with a great play.
He's the Zodiac Killer, dude. New nickname. Apparently, they called him a serial killer or a psychopath or something in the post game.
Jalen?
That's crazy.
They called Jalen that or Boswell?
No, they called
Boswell.
Mike Tomlin called Boswell that.
Oh my god.
He said, if I had a serial killer on my team, it would be Chris Boswell. Dude,
that's wild. What kind of statement is that? What is what?
Mike Tomlin always has one good quote every season. One good quote. That's it right there.
Revenge games, man. Revenge games. Both of them had revenge games.
Yeah, rip the Jets,
both
man.
Fields and Rodgers.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you guys. We have it here in the doc, though. Are you guys concerned about Pittsburgh's defense, or is this like Justin Fields finally is putting it all together? I do want to say I do think that Aaron Glenn after 1 week, he looks like a hell of a coach. I'll say that. Especially to get these guys to put up 32 on, that defense that's been great year in and year out. So,
I mean, I'll
That was
take
impressive,
it to
for
Justin
sure.
Fields' press conference. He's like, they went out this offseason and acquired all these future Hall of Famers on defense, and we just put up 30 on them. So, and I'm like,
yeah.
I think it's a
Yeah.
little bit of, Fields has the confidence. We saw he was good in Pittsburgh for the limited times he started. And then
That's what I've been saying. I've been saying it since last year.
And they chose to move off of him for
Yep.
Rodgers, even though Rodgers played good. I'm just saying, if he plays well with the Jets for this short deal he's on, Jets might have their franchise quarterback. But it is week 1. We'll see how he plays for the rest of the season, obviously. But I think I'm a little bit more concerned with
Hell of a start,
the
for sure.
Steelers' defense, unless it is just week 1. But we'll see.
As someone that has them in fantasy, I'm concerned. I'm a little worried for sure. I'm not going to drop them. I'm not going to be that crazy, but yeah, it's worrisome. You don't expect the Jets to do those kind of numbers on them.
I mean, I think that, so look, I'll go back to when I was on another podcast evaluating the quarterbacks of that draft class with Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields. And I had the crazy statement that I would take Justin Fields over Trevor Lawrence. And
I loved him in college. So I would have too, honestly.
Because of the traits. He was every bit of the player as Trevor Lawrence was, and he ran a 4.3, right? And he had a rocket arm. So I was like, you take the potential. Yep. And Trevor Lawrence has been fine in his career so far. He's been okay. Like he's been hit or miss, right?
Yeah.
Fields has. I don't think Chicago did enough to support him.
No.
And then the Steelers.
He had the weapons they have now. Big difference.
Like you looked at Sunday and you saw Justin Fields' performance in comparison to what Russell Wilson put together on the Giants, and you're like, what the hell was going on in Pittsburgh to where you chose that over the young guy? I don't get that.
I don't know. I know I've said it a couple of times. That's what I've been saying. I said it last year. I said it leading up to the season. Justin Fields was the better quarterback.
We said it in season. Justin Fields was 4-2. 4-2.
There's no reason to switch at all.
He wasn't turning the ball over, which was the main thing. And look, man, overreacting to week 1 happens every year. You remember the Saints last year, and they were the greatest football team on earth.
Yeah, that's right. They put up like 60 or whatever.
And I don't want to overreact because it's the New York Jets. They could win 6-7 games and be competitive. Like, I think they're going to be a tough out, man. I don't think they're getting last in this division for sure. So, and I've always been a fan of Justin Fields, man. So
me too.
And also, shout out to Aaron Rodgers. Turn back the clock. Gotta, he definitely has.
Seen the memes where it has like him on the Packers
and then
him on the Jets? It's Zach Wilson.
Yeah, and then it's like him on the Steelers is back to Rodgers.
Back to the Packers.
If the Steelers can have an elite defense again, and Aaron Rodgers gives them, half of what he gave them on Sunday, if he can give them a league average defense, I think that this could be a playoff team for sure.
He was spreading it around too. Calvin Austin got involved. I mean, Jonnu Smith got a touchdown. That's a good addition for them this year. Obviously, DK got his
scoring the first
Skoranek,
like,
Rams legend. What? That's crazy.
Yeah. So, and I'm excited to see him and DK's chemistry improve throughout the year. But again, none of us had the Steelers making the playoffs, so we'll keep an eye on them for sure to see if that our opinion is swayed. We can quickly go Panthers-Jags. The game was delayed and that kind of ruined it, but the Jags ended up winning 26-10. I'm kind of out on the Panthers after 1 week. You can call them my they're like my team version of Anthony Richardson, man. Like I'm kind of out, man.
I thought
Yeah,
they were
and
going to
the
do good
Jags,
this year too, so I get it.
um,
Honestly,
Travis Etienne, man, with a resurgence, a good enough game to where the Jags traded Tank Bigsby
To the
just like
Eagles.
that.
away. And
Why do the Eagles need him though? I don't get that.
Me neither.
That doesn't
I
make
don't
sense.
either. I guess to keep Saquon fresh for the playoffs. I don't know. Yeah, but man, Jags 200 yards rushing. They still had 11 penalties, which is not good, and they won the time of possession battle. Not the greatest game for Travis Hunter. He did play both ways a little bit, mostly offense. He only played like 5% of the snaps on defense. So I guess fantasy players were a little justified in that, right? Everyone was kind of scared to take Hunter, but he's gonna play offense, man, and he does look good when he gets the ball in his hands. He's very shifty and very fast. So, yeah, man. Poor Panthers though. All right, Cardinals Saints again. Not a game we got to spend a whole lot of time on. Cardinals beat them 20-13. It's always good to go on the road and get a win in the opener, right? Kyler was very efficient, 21-29, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's fine. They ran the ball very good too, and Marvin Harrison had a good game. McBride had a solid game. They didn't turn the ball over. They did basically the bare minimum to beat the Saints. It's going to be. I think it's going to be fun to see what happens. With the Cardinals going forward, because the NFC West, all those teams, I don't think none of them played their best game, in week 1. So Giants, Commanders.
I would say with the
Commanders win
Cardinals,
21-6.
the
Go ahead.
Cardinals Saints game, were the Cardinals playing the Saints or were they playing Vanderbilt? Because what were those jerseys, man?
Wake Forest or Vanderbilt?
Yeah, Wake.
no,
Wake
seriously.
Forest.
I saw people saying Stanford versus Wake Forest.
Oh my god.
I like the jerseys. I'm not gonna lie. I like them.
Wow. Okay.
I like them. I
Yeah.
think they look cool. I like them.
All right.
Giants Commanders. Jaden was great, man. Shout out to Bill Nye, the science guy, Bill Krosky Merritt, who a lot of people liked for fantasy, and he delivered. He kind of took over Austin Eckler's role as some random person, and he's there, man. Debo was good, and Dayball's probably. He came out today and said that Russ is going to start against the Cowboys. But I'm gonna be real. If they're down by like 14 at halftime to Dallas, and Dallas starts putting up big offensive numbers, I fully expect Jackson Dart to play the second half against Dallas, or at least by week 3.
Man, I'd like to keep playing Russ.
Jackson Dart just looks better, man.
My team plays him week 4, man. I want to play Russ. I want some of that. He beat my team on the Steelers, I think, or it was Fields at QB. I don't remember, but yeah.
It was Fields, I think.
Okay, then still there's some wins he got with the Broncos against the Chargers that I'd like to get back, as games we shouldn't have lost.
Around week 4 is week 4, week 5. You got to start thinking about Jackson Dart.
Dude, I think you're thinking about
going
him
the
this
way.
week.
Maybe.
I think
honestly,
if you're down by 14 to Dallas going into half, you're seeing Jackson Dart in the second half straight up. Like Russ just I've never seen such a fall from grace from a quarterback. He used to be so damn good. And
he
then
was good on Pittsburgh. It's not like he was that bad, but this was
he was the second best quarterback on that team.
True.
He wasn't as good as Justin Fields.
But he did win games for
now.
them though. So
I'll tell you that right now, man. All right, finally, let's get into some good freaking games, man. My Buccaneers go into Atlanta on the road and get a division win.
that was crazy.
Man, kickers, man. They just freaking miss sometimes. I don't know.
There's a lot of misses actually in week 1, and Younghoe Koo is not one that does that.
Younghoe Koo, he's a good kicker.
Yeah, that was wide, bro.
Baker, man, he didn't have his best. It was very bad, yeah. Baker did not have his best day, but he did have 3 touchdowns, led the game win. And I think the main concern for Tampa is that you can't. Baker Mayfield cannot be your rushing leader. Where's Bucky Irving and all this? I thought Egbuka looked really good as a rookie, 2 touchdowns on the day. And if I'm a Mike Evans or Chris Godwin or anybody else on the Bucks fantasy
I think
train,
Godwin's
whatever,
hurt right now.
good luck this season, man, because Godwin is hurt, but he'll be
He
back.
is. Week 5 is what they're saying.
Ibuka looks like the one.
I'm gonna start him then.
So
I'm gonna
I
start
mean,
him.
he
they
was
drafted
damn
him.
good in college, so not surprising.
Look, when you draft a receiver in the first round, like the odds that he's going to take over are just high. That's just how it is. I thought Michael Penix looked really good, guys. I think he looks
He
solid.
did.
Like he had his moments. Bijan, 124 total yards. He did catch a touchdown on a long 50-yard run, but for some freaking reason, Tyler Algier is getting carries still, and I don't understand it when he averages like 2 yards a carry. I don't get it, but I
They
thought
must have
Arthur Smith.
something in his contract, some clause or something that he has to like get a certain amount like every
I need
season.
I need Arthur Smith and the Steelers to trade for Tyler Algier to just complete the offense, just complete them. Like, I don't understand it, man. It pisses me off.
That was the
But
one
man,
thing I love
I feel
seeing
good
in the notes when I opened it
after.
up. It's the one thing I love seeing.
I
Yeah.
feel, yeah, dude, freaking piss me off, man.
I liked
Look,
Penix. He looked like a gamer. Like he put it on himself to go and get that touchdown at the end.
yep.
Yeah, he's definitely stepping up as a leader. You can see it. So
Yeah, man. I mean, look, I don't think Carolina is better than Atlanta at this point. And again, I don't want to overreact to week 1, and they were a playoff team of mine, the Carolina was, but geez, what a miss, man. I mean, I just thought that the last couple games of Bryce Young would translate over to next week, and that did not happen. Um, I feel good about my Baker MVP pick, man. To be the MVP, you got to put up numbers. He did, and you have to have big moments, and that is
he
a
led
big
that
moment.
drive.
Drive.
Yeah.
Yep. Big moment. Yep. All right.
This was a crappy game.
Yeah, this one was a boring one, man. Bengals
No
beat
bueno.
the Browns 17-16. Bengals finally win a week 1 game. The Bengals defense good, but again, it's the Cleveland Browns. And the offense, they had the second least amount of yards. I think the Titans had the least amount of yards in week 1, and then the Bengals were second, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I think obviously we know the Bengals offense, and Myles Garrett's pretty good. That's all I got for the Browns, man. I don't know. Anything else?
I have Jerome Ford and Njoku and Fannin out touch Njoku. I'm very scared going forward about that target share.
Yeah.
Flacco has a certain amount of targets to Fannin, to Tillman, Judy a little bit. Njoku was like not involved. He was supposed to be the number 2. Jerome Ford obviously is not the one. Samson completely took all the touches, and he looks good. I'm not gonna lie, he should be the one. The Bengals are a little concerning. Obviously, we know they start out slow most of the time, but yeah, I also had Jamar Chase that I drafted 1 overall in one of my leagues, and a lot of the people that got him 1 overall are very sad about how that went because
Yeah, it'll be
that
better.
was rough. It'll
It'll be
definitely be
better.
better. Yeah.
It'll be better.
They won. The Browns really lost it because of the kicking, just like we talked about a little earlier. There was a lot of kicking mishaps in week 1. So, yeah. It was a weird game, ugly game.
Really ugly. Raiders Patriots again, kind of it was a low scoring game, but I thought it was pretty entertaining. 20-13 final. Geno Smith throws for damn near 400 yards, 362 and a touchdown.
That was shocking.
Yeah, the main thing with the Patriots is that, man, it just looked like it looks so vanilla on offense. And like Drake May is throwing 46 times. Like, what are we doing here? Like, can we get Travion Henderson and Ramondre? Like, get them the ball more. And I don't know, maybe Pete Carroll's just that elite defensive.
We're
I
gonna
don't
find
know,
out.
man.
We're gonna find out.
I do think so. Against the Chargers, I think it'll be a good matchup. The
That'll be a
Patriots,
real
though,
test. Yeah.
What have the Patriots got in week 2? I got the stuff pulled up. Patriots go to Miami, and Miami is actually favored to open by
That's
only
gonna
one
be an
and a,
interesting game.
only one and a
That's gonna be
half
the tank
though.
bowl right there.
I mean,
I see the Patriots winning that, honestly.
I will not be picking Miami again. I picked them against
Yeah.
Indianapolis. Will not pick them again for the rest of the year. I don't care what the
Nope.
matchup is.
Or what the weather's like.
Yeah, man. I just can we get Drake May some help or something, man? I don't. Gino's got this, all these weapons, Bowers and Genty did not look good behind that offensive line either. I mean, I know he's
No.
down, but he could not get anything going. But man, Gino is,
Trey Tucker
he,
had a long
he
ball.
Gino is streaky, but when he's
Yeah.
on, he is on. So we'll
Well,
see what the Chargers can do against
I'm
him.
gonna say this: the Raiders have like almost never had a good offensive line in these past few years, and Chargers D line's not gonna let Genty beat them up. So if they're expecting Gino to throw a crap ton, yeah, they're gonna be ready for it. All I'm gonna say.
You can't, and you just can't. You can't draft Genty and expect it to go well with the offensive line that you have. Like,
Yeah, you can't draft a
it's
running
just
back and then not invest in the offensive line. Like, come on.
exactly. Like, you got to make some moves. You got to do something.
Sorry, Taylor Tart will slap
And
the
they
shit
didn't.
out of him. Look at that. Where are you trying to run?
I mean, that was the knock I feel like we heard in college. Boise State's offensive line was legit, and he was really good in the open field, but that helped him a ton. If he doesn't have an offensive line, I don't know if we're gonna see him put up those numbers that people expect. We'll see.
I know, like the Raiders, like next, like first 5 picks in the draft this next year. Offensive line, offensive line, offensive line. That's what it should be. I mean, you're got to forego the defense.
Pretty much, yeah.
But
No, you're gonna have to invest in him if that's your pick this year. Yeah.
go the Bills and Ravens route. Score 60 a game. Can Gino do that?
Man, I
We'll
can't wait to
find
talk
out.
about
I can't wait to talk about that. I know.
Probably not. Probably not. Yeah, man. I think that they kind of did it in like the opposite order of the Chargers. Like the Chargers drafted all these linemen, and the Raiders get their running back, and now they have to offensive line. So
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It doesn't make sense. Like, if you're gonna draft
it's
him
gonna
where
take
you're gonna
too
draft him, you need to invest in your line then, because Boise State had a great line, and I think that helped him a ton in college. So
100%. 49ers Seahawks, man. This game was weird. I thought Purdy, despite the 2 picks, actually played pretty well. Like, I'm
all
impressed by
things
Seattle's.
considered, with not many weapons, yeah.
Pearsall actually looked pretty good, and then
Oh yeah,
CMC, despite the injury scare early in the week for fantasy, 142 total yards. He looked fine. He looked like CMC. Zach Charbonnet has taken over the RB1 role. Maybe he was very efficient on the ground. Him and Kenneth Walker basically had the same amount of touches, but Charbonnet just looked better.
he had that big run, got a touchdown, yeah. And he looked like that in preseason.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp didn't do anything in this game, and then JSN though looks really freaking good, man.
He's that one. He's definitely
yeah.
he's that guy.
The Niners outgained Seattle in every single category, but except the turnover battles. So if you're Purdy, clean that up. And then Kittle, the biggest news out of this game, Kittle did get hurt, and now I'm pretty sure I got a notification that Purdy was kind of hurt. I don't know if he's going to go week 1 or week 2. If he does not play next week against, I think they got the Saints. Yeah, they do. They are 4.5-point favorites. They go to New Orleans. The Niners do, and Mac Jones will be the starting quarterback if Purdy cannot go. So interesting there.
The Saints start with 2 NFC West tests.
Yeah.
Dang.
All right, let's talk about
your game.
Our teams, Tyler, back to back.
I need to hear this.
Yeah.
I want to hear this, Ryan. I'm front and center. I will have questions.
He was
I will have
he was
questions.
Texting, didn't seem like it was great energy the way he was texting. That's for sure.
Dude, let me start with the positives.
Okay.
the defense is once again going to be very good. The addition of Talanoa Ufunga is a great addition.
Oh, he's great.
Niner fans, I understand the comparison to Troy Polamalu. Not only because of the hair, but because it seems like every single frickin' play he is in on the stop. He's flying around acting like a psychopath. And he did force a fumble in this game, which is awesome. And the defense is going to be good. Nick Benito is awesome. He got paid, and yeah, he should be. The Broncos deserve to lose this game. The Denver Broncos should be 0-1 right now because of two reasons. One, Bo Nix played terribly. He had 3 turnovers. He was doing too much, and his coach Sean Payton, instead of committing to the run, was trying to pad his guys' stats. Do you see what happens when you give the ball to J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Hart and you commit to it? Big runs, bouncing off of tackles. And look, I get Tennessee's defense last year was actually pretty good, but they had a Will Levis problem. You know, it does not matter for me because the Broncos concepts, they were cooking them. And they were open guys, and my quarterback just missed. Now again, after taking a couple days, I do not want to overreact, or a day, actually, it was yesterday. I do not want to overreact to 1 week of football. That being said, we should be 0-1 because Cam Ward's receivers did not help him at all.
Top 5 receiving core, he called them. Just want to let that out there.
Calvin Ridley got locked up by Pat Surtain. So he was left to work with next to nothing. And obviously the Broncos held the Titans to the lowest yardage in the National Football League this year. That was expected. What wasn't expected was the offense. And I really, really hope that does not carry on into Indianapolis. And Sean Payton's ego does not get in the way of this football.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That fourth down call, ridiculous.
Idiotic.
Kick the field goal. If you miss, man.
Yeah, no, he gambled a little too much for sure.
Kick the field goal and you're up 2, or shoot, man. Punt the ball away and trust your defense, who has given up like 100 yards total on the day. Your elite defense. Come on, like, really? What are we doing, man? And I still don't get why the Broncos constantly in 3rd and are running out of the shotgun. I don't get it. And the bad challenge by Sean Payton, losing a timeout, his last challenge. And Sean Payton trying to pad stat totals for Bo Nix ends up giving the Titans the ball back, and them having
a chance
all the game. And I tweeted it at the end of the game when we finally get victory. Why take a knee, Sean? Why? Why don't you keep throwing the ball? Give Bo some more stats. Like,
you're taking away his stats by kneeling.
Infuriating game, but we are 1-0, and I do not want to. We will know more week 2 against the Indianapolis Colts. If we can turn Daniel Jones back into Daniel Jones, I will have more confidence. Tyler, you may talk about
the
Rams Texans. I will just say, week 3.
That wasn't a fun game to watch either, to be honest. It was a struggle for sure. What was his name? Henry Oto. Absolutely hates our receivers or something because he freaking slammed Devontae on his first reception, and then later in the first quarter, got penalized for a head hit on Puka. I don't know if you guys have seen some of the like memes and stuff where Puka basically came back in the game with like barely being able to see. He had like a bandage that like covered like some of his eye like through the helmet.
Yeah.
And I was happy he got back. I thought he was gonna be hurt for real. That was scary. But our defense wasn't great. It was good enough. Houston's offense wasn't that great, so I think that played a factor. I think our D line not great compared to what you would expect from our defense from last year. The DBs held all of their playmakers in check. Nico did not get going. No big plays for a guy that you usually has a streak ball like every game pretty much. So that was nice to see. Cameron Curl, I think, had like 10 tackles himself. He was flying around. What else? We lost a lineman. We lost two linemen actually.
Same as
We
last
lost
year.
one during the game. He did not come back. Just like last year, we're having O-line problems, like Jared said. Kevin Dotson, he did not return. Avila did return. Steven Avila, our left guard. They're both week to week, as far as I know, from what I've seen, with ankle sprains. So we'll see if we'll get them in week 2 or not. It's going to be interesting. We play the Titans in week 2, so it's going to be interesting to see how that's going to go. Seeing your guys' game and everything.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to play a little bit better, I think. But I don't know. It wasn't that exciting of a game, really. It's kind of boring at times. I love that Puka was obviously the number one. He came back in, got 10 catches for 130 yards. Kyron got a touchdown. Pretty sure he had a touchdown like almost every game last year. So it's huge to see the running game continue to be what it is. Matthew Stafford was running around a lot. I was very, very worried that he was going to get hit and the back was not going to hold up because he got hit a couple times. But he was running around a lot with no O line. And yeah, it's going to get scary against teams that have really good pass rushes.
Well,
And
the Texans are
the
supposed to
Texans
have.
do. They're supposed to. Right. Exactly.
They
Like
do.
they're supposed to.
I just think
Um,
Stafford's freaking elite, man. So
Yeah,
I mean,
they found a way. We found a way. We did enough to get a 14-9 win. Wasn't
You're
pretty,
lucky.
but it was enough, just kind of like your win also. It was a struggle win, and we're 1-0, you know. Nice to see the playmakers make plays. I know Devontae is going to get more involved as the season goes, so not too worried about that. Davis Allen made a nice catch. For a touchdown. He made a couple other nice catches in the open field for some big gains. So tight end wise, pretty good. Um, yeah. Other than that, yeah, it was a struggle, kind of a boring win, really.
I will say I was
yeah, you
disappointed
guys are.
y'all only had 3
Go ahead.
sacks against that Texans O line. I was disappointed. Jared Verse didn't
No,
even
yeah.
have one. I was like, why does my goat have
I don't.
no
The
sacks?
defense did not look like we got sacks against Philly in a damn snow game, but like, yeah, I don't know. The defense didn't look like what it did last year, so I'm hoping they go back, watch film, and
I
are
mean, we
better
say that they only
going
allowed
forward.
9 points.
I
Right,
mean,
right. I
it
meant
would,
like
dude.
sacks wise, getting pressure mainly, like what Jared was saying.
Yeah, I mean,
Points wise, no, yeah, they were stout for sure.
you Parkinson almost lost it for you guys with that fumble. Yeah,
Houston don't
that
look like
was.
what we might expect them to be.
Yeah, no. Considering how their offense played, oh, I cannot wait for the revenge game my team will have against them later this season. I cannot wait.
Yeah. Um, their old line looks pretty good. We thought they'd be kind of bad. Not terrible. Nick Chubb, I think got like 60 yards. Like he was pretty
Nick
good.
Chubb was like the one
He was
positive.
probably the bright spot. Yeah. CJ Stroud didn't
So,
really look that good, to be honest.
no.
So we'll see.
All right. Um. Okay. Lions Packers, man.
Oof.
Um. Look, man, I had the Packers going to the Super Bowl before the Micah Parsons trade, and after I feel great now. 27-13 win over the line. They did not do good in the division last year.
1
And
and 5.
now the defense looks elite, and Jordan Love had a really good game, man. He looked really good. So,
Complete opposite teams.
yeah,
Honestly, that was crazy.
major concerns for the Lions. I think they did not. And look, maybe they'll turn it around, but I don't know, man. The coordinators
Is it showing? Is it showing without Ben? I don't know.
a little bit. I
Or
mean,
kind of looks like it.
we'll talk about tonight and that game. So, but I do still think Ben Johnson is a good coach, right? Despite them losing to
Yeah.
the Vikings. So, yeah,
Jameer
man.
Gibbs not getting going really a lot was a little concerning for sure. Yeah, Goff was running for his life a ton. The Packers defense looks as good as we thought it would, especially now with Micah. Yeah, Amon-Ra didn't have one of those games you'd expect him to have. Those two teams played each other tight last year. That wasn't tight. That was a rough one to watch, honestly.
Yeah.
I do think that the biggest concern for the Lions is what Jared Goff looked like. And
Looks like he's regressed.
I saw a stat that with Sean McVay and Ben Johnson, he has like a really great record and stuff, right? And then without those two play callers, he is 0-19-1 at this point.
Yeah, I remember
He has not
watching
he
when
has
he
never
first
won a
came.
game. Dude, he has never won a game without Sean McVay or Ben Johnson as his play caller.
That first year he came, and they first moved back to LA, that year was horrible. And I remember going to a bunch of those games and it was awful. Yeah, he was bad.
The interior of the Lions offensive line, we thought it might have been a problem, and it looked like it against the Packers. So I love Dan Campbell as a coach. We will see what the Lions look in week 2.
He looked stressed for sure.
Yeah, trying to see who they got week 2. They have Chicago, who is
It's gonna
not
be
going to want to
interesting.
start 0-2.
Little revenge game too.
Yeah, the Lions are 4.5-point favorites to open, so they're favored. All right, yeah, game of the year in week 1, Ravens Bills final score 41-40, man. The Ravens led this game, boys, 40-25 with just under 4 minutes to play in the game.
Insane.
This game was freaking nuts, man. Dude, I mean, so if you're in the AFC and you are opponents of the Ravens and Bills, if you're the Bills, you're a little concerned about your defense because
Oh,
you
yeah.
got shredded. If you're the Ravens, you're like, damn, it happened again. We choked again, man.
Sounds
So
like Charger.
After having an amazing offensive display
they
too.
really did. They did Charger, Jared. They
Because
chargered.
I know
Sure.
that better than anybody. Because with Phillip, we would get big leads, blow it in the fourth. And I remember Justin's rookie year, every week it was happening. So
Yeah.
I texted our buddy Ray Tyler. You know, he said it was unacceptable. This happens too much. And I'm like,
Yep.
you're right. And me out of anybody knows how you are feeling right now. And
Yeah.
I told him this. I'm like, dude, if y'all can't get to like the conference championship again, John Harbaugh might get fired like after this season.
Kind of crazy
Yeah.
to think about, but maybe.
It's inexcusable how they can't make it to
Yeah.
the Super Bowl. I know the AFC is good, dude, but like, come on, you can't have these
What's
MVPs.
sad is it happened in the same place
Oh yeah,
as the end of the season. Like same scenario, felt like a playoff atmosphere, like
minus the people leaving
I
before the game ended, but
yeah.
Yeah, I think if you're a Ravens fan, you just have to ask, why is this year going to be any different?
yeah,
Because for 3 and almost 4 quarters, basically, a football game is what, 60 minutes? For like 57 minutes, you were thinking this is the best team we've ever had in the Lamar.
You're the top of the AFC. Yeah.
We are going to blow the Bills out. And, I mean, like, what a meltdown. And I'm not going to blame Derrick Henry, dude, because he fumbled. I'm just not going to do it. When
No,
he
hell
had
no.
like
Get a monster
170
game
yards on the ground.
for
Get a
week
monster game, man. A monster game.
I'll say this. I can jump to 2 instances. Or maybe 3. But one, the punt when they punted back to the Bills, where I think that's where they went and made it 38-40. The one player on special teams went and he dove for the ball to get at the one, but his elbow touched the line. If he can just like bat it, just kind of like back in before he touches the line, like they have the Bills pinned instead of at like the 30 or whatever. So like who knows? That could have ended the game right there, because who knows if the Bills are able to go down on a short field like that. And plus it'd take more time. And also just, I mean, I felt like if the Bills converted on that 2-point try to tie it, the Ravens aren't trying to kill clock on that
No, they're trying
offensive
to
drive.
score.
Yeah. So they would actually not play conservatively, just running the ball. They're going to try to go down, obviously. So,
Right.
And they'd have all their timeouts in the world. So it would be like, come on. But because they didn't score, that changes the philosophy. And then, of course, when you can't stop the Bills 3 straight times, I mean,
Yeah, the Ravens pass rush was non-existent.
damn.
You have 5 first-round players in your secondary, and you can't cover for anything. And yeah, get granted, that's a little bit of Josh Allen being,
Superman.
the second best quarterback in football, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looking like the best, if we're being completely honest, but he just doesn't have the postseason accolades yet. I have no doubt, like Josh Allen has had good postseason games. Lamar, he's had good halves
Regular
of
season.
playoff games, right? Like
Yeah.
he's had good halves of playoff games. Like I just think this was a great game, and then going forward, I think it's going to be very interesting to see what teams we get next week. Are these defenses going to kind of step back up? Was this just week 1, and because we have
2 juggernauts.
two Titans playing quarterback, I mean, I'm looking at it now. The Ravens are 0-1 right now, and they host Cleveland, and they are a huge favorite in this one, minus 12.5. So we're expecting a Baltimore blowout there. Buffalo goes on the road. I say on the road, but they're still in New York. They play the Jets, and they're 6.5-point favorites. So I think the main thing is that also the road to the Super Bowl in the AFC now might go through Buffalo.
Yep.
Because the other team in contention for that, the Ravens lost, the Chiefs lost. And the AFC West, Jared, I think all of these teams in the AFC, we're going to beat up on each other. So I don't think any of the AFC West teams are getting that number 1.
It will be I think the AFC West winner could possibly be the number 4 seed, depending on the AFC South winner. Depending on how that record goes. Other than that, we're 3 seed at best. We're 3 seed at best after that. I mean,
you'd think so, yeah.
I mean, I will also say.
But hey, man, don't look at the Steelers are winning that division right now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, another 9-8 or 10-7 incoming. I mean, that game, the Ravens-Bills game, you could say that was Mr. Brightside versus Mr. Darkside. And Mr. Brightside won. If you saw the clip of them singing, Dawson Knox was leading a choir. Like, oh, man. Craziest game I've ever seen. I'm like, after the game.
Hey, man.
After the game, my mom's like, oh, the endorsement deal that Josh Allen has with New Balance. He's sending all that endorsement money back to Fireball as a way of like giving back. And I'm like, yeah, and he gets to go back to his lovely wife, singer and actor Haley Steinfeld. Man, Josh Allen. I was just like, this guy. I love Josh Allen, but goddamn you. All right. And now
Hey, it worked for him, and it's working for Herbo. So you know, got to
they're
get
just
those
now officially dating.
models.
Hey, shout out to my
I
O-line
know.
protecting my QB on and off the field, man. You know what? I'm glad to admit this, Ryan. Joe Alt was the right pick at 5.
Yeah, no, I've been telling you that for
He's been
years.
saying that. Yeah.
When will you listen? That usually at least like
It took
60% of
Madison
the,
Beer for him to listen.
at least 60% of the time I'm right. You know? Literally
That's.
over half.
I was surprised you didn't give
Okay.
yourself a
Any
higher
last
percentage.
yeah.
I was,
I'm a realist. Okay,
alright.
any last thoughts on Ravens Bills before we go to Vikings Bears and then end the podcast with my quarterback tiers?
One of the
This,
best games I've
yeah.
seen in a long time for sure. And I was at the Rams Chiefs game. That was insane, you know, a couple years back. So yeah, it's definitely up there.
There you go.
Monday night.
All right.
I need to hear your thoughts,
Vikings
Ryan.
Bears, man.
Tale of
Yeah,
two
so
halves.
definitely a tell of two halves. Vikings come away 27. Look, man, the Bears offense, man, outside of that first, they scripted and everything looked good, and then Caleb was extending. I did come away pretty impressed with Caleb in one half of football, and then in the second half, it completely flipped. And JJ McCarthy had 3 total touchdowns, man, and he was electric. And
He
I don't
ran for
know
one.
how he looked terrible in the first half.
Oh yeah.
Like he
He
looked
looked
like he
like he
didn't
looked
know.
like a rookie QB. Yeah, he looked like he wasn't ready.
And I think that ultimately it comes down to us kind of underestimating Kevin O'Connell a little bit. We're like, you know, he keeps doing this with quarterbacks, man. At some point, we're just going to be like, trust the guy.
Yeah,
And if JJ can keep this up, there's no reason that the Vikings can't compete with the Packers to potentially win the division. And they won 14 games last year, and with Sam Darnold. And then Sam Darnold didn't look great with Seattle in week 1.
just gonna
So,
say that. I was like, the big difference that could be Kevin O'Connell. Like,
yep.
yeah,
I thought the Vikings did
their
a really good job.
defense woke up.
Yeah. Brian Flores' defense woke up. The Vikings, I thought, ran the ball really good. Jordan good. Aaron Jones caught a touchdown. And the Bears just could not really run the football. Caleb Williams can't be your leading rusher. A bunch of scrambles. And granted, the scrambling that he was doing was very impressive. Like the way his aggressiveness in the pocket, I thought that
The
he
touchdown
didn't look.
run. Yeah,
He only got sacked once, I think, this game. And that was when the Bears were kind of down. Also, the penalties on the Bears were ridiculous, and rookie head coach, you have to clean that up, otherwise it's going to be. But I thought Caleb Williams looked good in the pocket. He was not as skittish as he was last. But JJ McCarthy was very poised. After the bad half, he must have gone into the locker room, read all text messages and tweets and everything that we were sending back and forth, calling him terrible. I mean, you guys, I know we watched the game. You guys tell me on Vikings Bears. I came away impressed by JJ McCarthy. I'm not going to overreact to week 1, but maybe I was wrong.
My takeaway.
in the first half, Ryan did say that JJ Soxer was horrible or something, and then he took it
But he
back.
was. He was
Yeah, he
not good.
was. No, he was. Yeah, 100%. I agreed too. Yeah, we all ate our words.
Well, I didn't because I didn't jump on the negative JJ McCarthy train. So I'm gonna just say only thing I took away was Bears defense. Yeah, you gave that man too many chances. Second chances, might I add. It'd be third down, roughing the passer. Third down, the defensive PI. I will say he
For real.
slipped. He slipped. It just looked bad because the defender is kind of all over him. So it's like, if he's not on him,
I
not.
agree. Yeah.
That was a bad call. But yeah, and false starts. Like, come on, man. Come on. Like, I know it's week 1 and these are gonna happen, but like
For as good
that
as
was
the
a
Bears
lot.
defense looked in the first half,
Yeah,
for
like
as good as the Bears defense looked in the first half, the defense is switched. It was like just like the offense is same thing.
yeah, there was a nasty hit on Caleb and Roma Doomsday, like on their last touchdown. It was I think number 0 on the Vikings defense. He jumps up to try to block it, but his forward momentum takes him into Caleb, and it just boom floors him, and then Roma Dunze gets double deckered, like one end and then just shoulder to knock the ball out, and I was like, I think Roma Dunze just died. Well, I mean, he almost did, but he caught a touchdown. He came back and caught a touchdown. So, yeah, that's not a great way because I mean, you were celebrating the 40th anniversary of the '85 Bears and you lost like that. I don't know, partner. Not in my town. Not in my town. You don't lose. You don't honor a historic team and lose that way to a division rival, especially to a rookie that claims to
Where
have
does
never
this
won.
come from?
America. Anyway, yeah.
America.
I mean,
Dude,
good,
what's happening right now?
good for JJ because if he didn't turn it on right then, we were about to hear like Ryan probably would have showed up in a suit, had like a whole like essay planned out for
God.
why JJ McCarthy isn't good, and
No.
I know you
You're
were
getting-
waiting.
Come on.
You were just
I
like
would not do that.
you were waiting like I can't wait for the pod to start and talk
I
about this
just
game.
wanted. I had a draft take, and it's one game. Let's not overreact to week
One game,
Jason
yeah,
McCarthy
true.
could still suck. You never know.
All right.
I don't know if Kevin O'Connell will let him though.
Oh yeah, it's like you're tied to me now.
Yeah, I
You
think that's a
can't
big
suck.
factor.
So, but
Mhm.
Pretty much, yeah. Like
like I said,
And
guys,
Ryan, I know you mentioned it too. The Vikings punt returner Miles Price, he was
Dude.
huge.
holy crap, man. He did so good returning kicks and punts and stuff. Like
a lot of them to midfield.
very impressive. Very impressive.
Like he was getting to midfield.
Dude,
Yeah.
like
it
he
was
had a
like
great night returning the ball.
He gave them really good chances and good
He's the
territory.
type of guy to get a Gruden grinder. You guys remember?
Yes, I remember that.
He's the type
Yes,
of guy to get one of
he
those.
would for
We
sure.
always highlight the underrated guys. you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I used to
Yeah.
love that. That was
All right.
cool.
Well, is
Yeah.
it time to get into your quarterback tiers, Ryan, to finish off this episode?
Yeah, man. I wanted to do this before the season started, guys, but unfortunately, we just did not have the time, and recording is key and all scheduling. But I did go ahead and put together my tiers, kind of my quarterback rankings to start the year, and obviously, this is fluid, and this can update weekly. This could update monthly. Maybe halfway through the season, we'll see about an updated rank. Okay.
This is before week 1.
So
ladies
here we
and
go,
gentlemen.
boys. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Yeah,
Before week 1, before
yeah.
the games
So
were played.
when you see, I'm gonna be real. When you see how low certain guys are, and you judge them on performance, keep in mind this is the totality kind of their career.
What
Not the
the
Mahomes.
what
Oh my
the
God.
hell, dude? Wait, is that who's the Buccaneers QB? Is that supposed to be a pirate?
That's Baker, man.
That's not Baker. What are you talking about?
That's Baker. No, so you haven't seen you know how like the QBs go undercover or whatever thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Certain teams like Jared Goff did. Baker did one,
Oh, I did not know
and he
that.
went undercover as like a fan. That's Baker.
Oh, that's him. That's crazy.
That's Baker. Yeah.
Dang.
All right, here, boys, listen.
Why
Of
is
course, there's
Justin
no
the
other way to
kid
do
from
this
King of the
on our
Hill?
podcast.
Wait, is that Herbo with King of the Hill?
Yes.
Oh my God.
That was his first.
Bobby.
That was
Yeah.
his first
Bobby.
year when he cut his hair like
Bobby.
mid-season, and the whole fan base was like, "What the
Yeah,
hell?"
you look like Sid.
From Toy Story.
Oh, you should have done Sid from Toy Story. Yes, bro. Oh my
God
gosh.
damn it, Bobby.
God damn it, Bobby.
You threw another interception. All right.
All right.
Okay, boys, listen. Here's how this is going to go.
Josh.
We have split these guys into 5 different tiers, trying to kind of mirror.
Realize.
So every year, the athletic.
Yes,
of course he is.
Oh, it didn't even.
So
He's dying.
Dude, what the hell?
look,
Cam
man,
with this.
hey,
Bro,
we got
Jerry, get back in the
I'm
we got an
in,
field.
agenda,
I'm
man.
in.
We got an agenda we got to keep up.
Okay. All right.
So
Locking
listen,
in.
there's 5 tiers, boys. We are gonna go the lowest tier to the highest tier, and I'm gonna explain what each tier means and the quarterback in them. And I want you guys to just let me know and react to everything that's happening right now. And of course, because of our podcast and the way we are, there's no other way to do this than memes. So here we go. We're gonna jump into tier number 5.
Oh god.
This is the I just don't care tier. So you can take
Oh my
look
God,
at the quarterbacks and the tiers. And
I don't know if we can do it with these, man. We're gonna be dying every second. Oh my lord.
all right, we're gonna go.
Bro,
Let's
Tua
go.
looks so funny with that crap
Bro.
on. Holy crap.
Too out
So
here
let's
looking
go-
like he
let's
from
go left to
from
right. Let's go
Doom.
left to right.
Halo from Dune, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Look, man, it's the only way he's gonna avoid another concussion.
Russell
So
with
obviously,
the helmet.
this
Oh my
is
God.
this is the I don't care tier.
McDonald's.
These are all guys that I'm pretty sure should be
Oh,
backups
crap.
at this point. Now, obviously,
Not sure if it is
the
Joe
Justin
Flacco or
Fields,
Joe Montana.
the Justin Fields and Daniel Jones ones don't look pretty good right now. But keep in mind, this was made before the season, so it was hard for me to get excited for Justin Fields going into this year. It was excited for me to get excited for Daniel Jones, and then obviously right here, we
Poor
kind of
Jake.
just had no idea who was starting. So I found with the first overall pick in the 2000. So
That's funny.
you have Tyler Shuck, Jake Hainer, Spencer Rattler, and then this one in the corner here is not sure if it's Joe Montana or Joe.
That's wild. That's
Hey man,
crazy.
it's a picture of him in Baltimore. He's a lead back and all the jokes and everything. Obviously Daniel Jones signing with McDonald's because he's probably going to be unemployed after this year.
We'll see.
I'm not going to overreact to week 1.
I'm
Okay?
just saying.
And obviously, look, Daniel Jones could move up. You'll see other tiers, and he could move up to, I would say, probably tier 3. Could be the highest he could move up this season. Same with Justin. I expect him to maybe move up to 3. Once you guys see with what tier 4 is, you'll understand. Russ sucks. He should be a backup. Tua, injury prone. Can't get excited. We saw what the Dolphins. Are you guys ready for tier number 4?
I don't know if I am.
Oh, well, hopefully. I mean, we're just going to keep cracking up. Like,
My stomach hurts after
I'll
that,
tell you
dude.
about tier number.
I was dying seeing Tua first, bro.
Tier number.
Dude, I can't stop looking at that picture. Like, that's just so funny. It's like a Guardian helmet, but just like.
Dude, it's the only way he could be protected, man. Tier number 4 is it's just too soon to tell tier. And this is where all of the young quarterbacks except Jaden Daniels. So here is it's too early to tell tier.
Nah.
And you can take a look at everything. Let me know your reactions.
Nah,
Bo
bruh.
Nix obviously here in the corner. Football Jesus.
He
Michael
wasn't
Killed
just.
the man, but not the idea.
It's Drake May. Bryce Young, and they need a step stool behind the podium. Cam Ward, I'm not going to lie. Cam Ward did not have any meme work.
That's
Yeah.
hard. That's the hardest one. Legit.
Yet. He will have them. They will come. And then JJ McCarthy, just last season on the sideline.
He does look like him.
He
Damn.
looks exactly like Anakin.
He does.
And then this is a real image, by the way. I'm pretty sure.
I know that one.
CBS was interviewing.
Penis, yeah, I remember seeing that. Oh my God.
And then I do want to highlight, after tonight especially, this is I made this myself. It's not,
Yeah.
Impressive.
you could see me clicking on it. I made this.
All of the Bears. pass QBs.
All the Bears quarterbacks and the Bears just absolutely screwing it up. Mitch Trubisky, Justin Field, and now could Caleb Williams be next? Yeah, so this is the too early to tell tier. Now, I'm not going to lie. I do think some of the quarterbacks in this tier are better than quarterbacks that we're going to see above, but I just think that it would be unfair to rank them above them because we just haven't seen them it as long, right? There's difference between
You put your
Jaden,
guy in
who-
here. That's saying a lot, honestly.
Yeah. But I'm not going to lie. I think my guy is better than some of the guys we're going to next.
Probably.
So this is the next tier is going to be the support system specialists.
Oh
You guys
my-
can react to the tiers.
Oh
There's an
my god! I know that Dak one specifically. I know what that Dak image.
I did it just for you
Yep,
because I
yep,
know
yep.
you hate it. I do it
Yep.
just for you because I know you hate it.
Oh my
I know what the
gosh.
Dak one's from.
So
Just go on.
these,
He's like twisting his
exactly.
hips. I'm
I like
bro,
Geno's.
Rodgers
yeah,
in a
Geno flipping
wheelchair.
off the fan in the preseason. You have Dak with his hips.
Bro, Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers is just because he's, old.
Wait.
Trevor Lawrence
Wait.
looks.
Oh, that's Trevor Lawrence.
Wait a second.
The Easter.
Is Kyler
Easter
on this
Island.
list?
You see him? Yeah, of course Kyler's. I know he's hard to see.
Oh my God, is that? Oh my gosh, I didn't see
He's
it.
so small. He's tiny, man.
Bro,
He's so
so
small.
tiny.
I just noticed. I'm
Is
like,
he
wait.
smaller than Bryce Young though?
I mean, Bryce Young was having trouble over, above the podium. Look, yeah, no.
That's so funny,
this
bro. I didn't
is-
even notice. I was like, why is that there?
This is Brock Purdy and his new line dancing Gene.
Oh,
And then Sam
God.
Darnold obviously seen. So just want to explain this tier. This is guys that can be very effective. Like these are
In their
good
system.
quarterbacks as long as everything around them is good to great, right? These are the guys that have to have a lot of support around them in order to be successful and potentially win a Super Bowl. Okay? All right. Let's go into tier number 2, and Jared, you might hate me for this one. These are the next tier is the any given Sunday. So any given Sunday, these guys in this tier could look like they are in tier number. But this is tier number 2, the any given Sunday tier. And there's a lot of guys in this.
You're a bastard. You're a bastard.
I took all 0.2 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
I knew it was gonna be if man. I knew it. I knew it. This.
I think it's perfect.
That's
It's
a
great.
nice lead you have there. It'd be a shame if somebody made a comeback. I love it.
Yeah. Stafford didn't have a lot of meme-worthy moments. Neither
No.
did Jared Goff.
He's
so
a stoic guy. I don't know.
obviously I had to get if man for the. This is a CJ Stroud old man lookalike. People post a lot when CJ doesn't.
That's
They're
crazy.
just like CJ Stroud today, and there's him. Jaden Daniels is the savior of the. I had to do Baker grabbing his nutsack in college. That was a big.
Bro, Oklahoma. Oh my God.
Jordan Love
Yeah.
still owning the Bears, obviously. And then this is we talked about Jalen Hurts' face.
No emotion.
He just has no emotion ever. Touchdown during an interception, during a fumble, and then during the end of.
End of the world.
So tier 2, these guys can carry their teams most of the time, but I just think that obviously there's
Goff
that everyone-
might fall
that-
out of this tier.
who might.
Goff might fall out of this tier.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe CJ too.
I really wanted to make this this is like the top 10 cutoff, but I really didn't, because there's 4 quarterbacks and we know the 4 quarterbacks that we have now, and they're in a tier of their own, as everyone says, right? It was really hard to narrow this down to 6, and I'm gonna be real, I didn't want to catch the heat for having Jalen Hurts. That's it.
Don't
And
be
I couldn't
scared,
move
Eagles
Goff
fans.
out.
Don't be scared of Eagles fans, man. Come on.
Dude, they're psycho. I'm terrified.
I got nothing to lose.
Okay.
I'll find
All
it
right,
for you.
Jared, you might also like this tier because the next tier is Mount Rushmore. But who is that at the bottom peeking his way in? Who is that?
What the hell, man?
Oh!
You can't put him
Oh.
if man in the last tier and then have him peeking his head up as a consolation, bro. You can't do
That's
that.
crazy, yeah.
I'm sorry. Like,
That's
Is
wild.
that-
He did that for you, totally.
I know, but it's still, it's like it doesn't feel as.
He's
Look,
trying to get his way. Dude, he's climbing his way up the mountain, man.
He is. I mean,
He's
after
getting
week
there.
1,
He
was
looked
this
really
added
good.
like
Could he
in the
not-
last 2 days, or was this already here to begin with?
It was added in the last 2 days.
You guys,
As like
I don't have
a
words,
funny
bro.
little- All right.
Oh
I mean,
man.
so yeah, obviously this is Mount Rushmore, the 4 best quarterbacks in the league, and yeah. So
How does that like not look like Joe Burrow? Like, what
this
does
was
it look
his.
like?
That's him, dude.
I know it just
Not-
looks weird.
Nah,
like,
his
I don't
chin is
know.
too circular, too oval
Yeah, it
shaped.
looks strange. I don't know. Like, it just doesn't look like him totally. It's weird.
It's an older photo. It might be his rookie season, but
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
I had to find like the transparent, like just full fat head.
Mhm.
You know, like it was hard to find the modern ones. But anyways, yeah, look at Herbert, man. He's down there vibing. He
He's like,
he
I'm here,
definitely
guys. I'm here.
yeah. So obviously, here's the top 4. Put them in whatever order you want. Here's the next group, which is God. On every Sunday, a couple of these guys play better than those guys in. But postseason success and all that, gotta weigh it a little differently. These guys just not as good as the guys up there, but they're still really good. And within the system, they could be good. These are the young guns that after this season, we will probably have a good idea of where to place them in all. And then finally, tier 5 is the I don't care. Maybe I should have put Justin Fields in the too early to tell. But yeah, those are the Co Jones QB rankings to start the season. Obviously, a little
was
late getting
awesome.
to you, but boys, I think it's perfect. I don't know about you guys. I think it's the perfect ranking.
No, you ranked them well, definitely. And the memes are awesome. Obviously, we're laughing our heads off. So,
Yeah.
That was an experience. I'm afraid of what's gonna be Ryan's Co Jones conference control when we get close, like to the other half of the season, and you bring that back.
Yeah, dude. Been cooking stuff up, man. Been cooking stuff up. Well, I'll just say that.
Man.
All right. All right, boys. I think that's about it. You want to call it a night?
Yeah, we can call it a night.
yeah.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. That was our week 1 reaction to the NFL back rank to start the year. And yeah, excited. That was one of the better weeks. Very excited for the NFL season. Baseball. We're going to be giving you our playoff preview as well. So very excited to pick the Phillies for the 5th year in a row. And
Hey, with Duran, man, got a real shot.
yeah, we'll see.
Without Zach Wheeler, it's gonna be tough though. They were stacked with him rotation wise, man, for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
right,
aboard
well.
Ranger Suarez. All aboard Ranger Suarez.
I know, but just him and Sanchez is not gonna be enough, probably.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. Anyway, guys, we will see you in week 2. FTR week. Lock in.